It is quite disheartening to see primary school children in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, inside a partially collapsed structure meant to be a classroom for learning. The rafters and the remnants of the ceilings dangle above their heads, while the children watch helplessly, making the place a death trap. What is more worrisome is the toilet, which the school children are using, a little bigger than the size of a chicken poultry, with damaged rooftops and flies buzzing from one point to the other, a kind of place where infection can thrive. Many will be wondering if the school children, especially girls, that use this makeshift toilet won't go back to their homes to spread infection contacted in the school. A tour around the school also revealed that the school library is only existing as an empty space without textbooks, as if the school has not seen enough better days. The about 4 to 5 classroom block were all jam-packed with indigent children who their parents cannot afford to send to private schools, the haunting sights of poor little children struggling to learn under such an uncomfortable environment with their helpless teachers is better felt than imagined. According to the National Personnel Audit of Basic Education Institutions in Nigeria, a data captured by UBEC in 2022, there were 177,027 basic education institutions with a total enrollment of 47 million. Out of this number, about 31 million are in primary schools. The data also show that there are 915,593 teachers in primary schools. A breakdown of schools in the Federal Capital Territory shows that there are 613 public primary schools. Parents in many Nigerian cities, including the state capital, are increasingly withdrawing their children from public schools for the reason of dilapidated structures and neglect by various levels of government in the country. Worried by the state of Nigeria's public schools, especially within the federal capital, a global non-governmental organization known as the National Association of Sea Dogs, Pirate Confraternity, Sahara Deck, took pity on the school children and their teachers to intervene on the situation after writing severally to local council authorities, drawing their attention to what is going on in public schools.
We have written severally to FCT Education Board. We have gone on intervention issues. We have done a lot to see how we can get them to, take the primary education serious in FCT. But it's not forthcoming. That's why we fall back to, supporting the school in our own little way.
The coordinator of Oasis Bay, Emmanuel Anyalogo, was conducted around the school in the company of some teachers to see what is left of the school.
Nigerian system of education needs total overhauling. I could remember in our days, we all started in public schools like this. Then the state of the infrastructures were not so bad as what we have today. The major blame goes to the politicians that are supposed to be the custodians of government facilities, especially schools. And the problem we have is total. We have to change our perception. Not everybody can afford to take his or her children out of the country to study. At least the one we have, I expect the government to put in more effort to see that things like this, education is the least support you can give to a child. Basic education for that matter. These are primary school. The secondary school are even worse off. So I encourage the authority involved, the FCT, Board of Education, the local government, they should come to the intervention of these are schools, especially the health hazard associated with what we saw. It's terrible. So I will encourage the government to sit up and come up with projects that will make the learning environment conducive for our children.
Now pause for a moment and think, what will become of these children when the heat or raining season comes? Will they stop coming to school?
Actually, the classrooms are not conducive for learning because we are going to heat period now. You see, everywhere will be intensely hot because of the ceiling that's giving way some of the classes, and our toilet, the children toilet is bad. The children toilet is bad, so that is one of the areas I feel if those things are corrected, it will go a long way to assist the pupils in their learning.
The school children called on government and well-meaning Nigerians to assist them to put up a conducive learning environment.
We like them to help us repair our class ceiling because some of the classes they don't have ceiling, and also the toilets is not that good for us and it may cause infection in the school. We call on the government to help us with some books that we can read to increase our education.
They can help us to put ceiling and windows and doors.
The school administrator, who said she was overwhelmed by the benevolence of the association, said the gesture will help the school children attain greater heights.
God will bless you because we are helping the young ones. We say they are the leaders of tomorrow. So we are helping the leaders of tomorrow to reach tomorrow. Because it's only when they are educated and they are alive, that is when they will be leaders. So we have really tried. God will continue to bless you all.
All right, so she revealed that some council officials had previously visited the school to look at what they have on ground and promised to do something about their plight, but that has not been done yet.
They came and took pictures of the dilapidated classrooms. And you know, everything of government has to pass through processes. It has to pass through procedures. So I'm sure they are working on it. They came, they saw the classes, they took pictures of the classrooms, and they promised to get back to us. There's some schools were renovated last time. I'm sure probably by the time they want to do the second phase of renovation, it will be captured.
We got a complaint that the facilities here are in the dilapidated state, and they have done a lot of pushed a lot of effort to see if the government could come to their intervention. But when we came, we saw the situation, so we took it upon ourselves to embark on the project. And unfortunately, when we came, the school management told us that some students could not afford to pay PTA levies, and because of that could not sit for the exams. So we created a phase. This is the first phase of our intervention, paying for the students that could not pay. Then the second phase will be the renovation work. You can see the state of the toilet and the classrooms. So here we have taken up that responsibility to do some renovation work and bring up the face value of the school, at least for learning, proper learning environment. Currently we paid for 50 per child is paying 2,000. So we paid for 50, which is 100,000, and they still have about 30 or more.
This is a clarion call for non-governmental organizations, politicians, companies, businesses, and those who are doing well to look at Nigeria's education, especially at the primary level, and see how they can assist the government, the teachers, the children to bring these our future leaders closer to the future. Remember, to nurture a child's confidence is to give that child the best start in life. And where to give that start is from the school. That means if the government, if the people get it right at giving these children the basic education they need, then the leadership that we all yearn for will be good. Marvelous Obomanu, reporting for the Black Continent News. you.